seeing all the casualties of the.
Honestly, y'all, we don't have enough planes as it is, so I just don't understand why they keep. And I'm not why it accidentally keep crashing. We really don't have a lot of them.
The aviation community, I can't even imagine what's going through their minds at this point. But here, in regards to what police activity is still going on at Northeast Airport, there are a couple officers that are still here. But this is a big swath of the area right now at Northeast Airport, so there's a lot of ground to cover, and we're only in one portion of it. So we do know that there's more police here, and specifically detectives as well, in that tower as we speak right now. And as for the type of plane, they're releasing the information about the size of it and the type of plane and where it was going, again, to Springfield, Missouri. And you also have to wonder too, what the urgency was for this flight to get out. Again, because we don't know exactly what the medical mission was, if you will, for this flight. Again, in all the years we've done this, we've covered everything from the type of medic flights that are I forget the name of it, but it's the Angels, people who are pilots that donate and volunteer their time to take people or patients places. We're not saying that this is that. We don't know. I'm just giving you the possibilities of what type of medical jet that this could be. It could be anything from that. It could be anything from getting someone to see medical treatment somewhere else. And it could also possibly be to transport organs as well. So all in all, when you hear that it's also a medical jet on top of it, it makes it even more tragic. At this point, though, in regards to police activity here, they're obviously pulling all of their resources to be where they need to be for the fires, for all of the catastrophe that's happening at the Boulevard and Cottman as well. So still waiting to hear more from what they're gathering here. But like we said, detectives are in the tower as we speak.
Okay. Annie, thank you so much for your reporting from there. It is top of the hour, just after 8 p.m. here in Philadelphia. I'm Shari Williams alongside Gray Hall with Action News. We are in breaking news coverage right now as we are covering a small plane crash that has happened in the northeast section of the city. Our understanding is a Learjet 55 that was on a medical assignment crashed just about 90 minutes ago, just about 6:30. It was departing from Northeast Philadelphia Airport. The FAA telling us at this time they can confirm there were 2 people on board that Learjet when it crashed. It was en route, though, to Missouri. At this point, the NTSB is leading this investigation. As you can imagine, though, all of our emergency personnel in the city of Philadelphia is on the ground doing their best to respond to this crash.
Yeah, we can see the devastation on the ground there in Northeast Philadelphia. So much shock and awe as we continue to follow this breaking news story. We want to bring in Action News reporter Brianna Gallagher, who was one of the first there on the scene. Brianna, we've been hearing from individuals who witnessed this happen. Tell us what you're seeing, what you're hearing so far tonight.
Yes, great, Shari. We are still near the intersection of Roosevelt Boulevard and Cottman Avenue. Police have since pushed us further back since we first arrived here. We've been pushed back twice now, just more as a safety precaution. But I'm joined with Mikey. He works at the gas station here, and he saw what took place. Mikey, can you describe what you heard and what you saw?
Yeah, so honestly, it was a big ball. I was standing right at the door, and it was a big ball of fire just flew into the sky, and the whole gas station started shaking. And like little debris and stuff was flying over there. So I tried to keep the door shut, not let customers out until the debris was gone, so nobody got hurt or anything. Once I seen the big ball of fire, I came outside. I walked straight down there, started seeing a bunch of plane pieces, and it just honestly like a human foot or something. It was in a shoe still, just on the side of the street, and we seen the houses right here. They literally had caught on fire. The cops didn't even notice that at first. They was trying to attend to where the cars was. It looked like it might have been a little bit of traffic in the street. So when the plane crashed, it literally every car was engulfed in flames, in a straight line. So when the cops came, we're trying to tell them the house is on fire. The house is on fire. So then they finally got a fire truck to go attend to that. But, it's really tragic, and I just pray that everybody is safe, and I pray for everybody's family, everybody that's involved, and it's sad, it really is.
I know we're all praying for anyone who may be involved, relatives, family, especially because we don't know the extent, the further damage of the casualtiness of this. Now, I know you said that you weren't necessarily in disbelief when this happened, but your adrenaline was pumping, that you took off to see if you could help anyone.
All I wanted to do was help. If there was anything I could have did to assist and help them out, that's all I wanted to do. So like when I got over there, it just, the adrenaline was like rushing. Like I was no fear, you know what I mean? Like I just was trying to help in any possible way. I'm a Pennsylvania state agent, so I just wanted to see if I could assist and help out in any way possible. But you know, the cops, they did a really great job. They locked it down, tried to push everybody back because it seemed like everybody was going towards the fire, which again, the fire, you could smell the jet fuel. And it was all black smoke around, so they was trying to push people back so that way they wasn't inhaling that, you know. And yeah, it's sad, it really is.
And there were a lot of cars and vehicles too. I mean, there's a lot of video that people have been sending in to us. A lot of vehicles also caught on fire.
Yeah, so actually there was a lady, she just in enough time. Like when I say just enough time, she just was able to get through. But she drove straight through. She pulled to the side of where the AutoZone is over there, and she got the car. And she was like, "What just happened?" She was like in shock, and I was like, "I don't know." She had a big piece of metal that flew into the back of her car window, and busted her car window.
Oh my gosh, you can only imagine. I mean, I'm sure every person that was driving along the boulevard at this time, traffic probably came to a stop. People were in, trying to figure out what's going on. Am I safe? What's happening?
Right, and that's another thing. You know, the Roosevelt Boulevard is very busy, especially right here at Cottman. So when it happened, there was a lot of cars over there. You know, so like when I could see, it was literally a line of fire on every car. Like every single car, it was like just a line of fire. Everything was on fire. And then they said that another guy came into the gas station. He happened to be right there over at Assad's Hot Chicken, and he said that he saw the plane go right over top of the Dunkin' Donuts, almost hit the Dunkin' Donuts, just missed the Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
Did you see any other people exiting their vehicles or running or asking for help?
There was a lot of cars that had like metal pieces that shattered their windows and stuff. You know, people didn't know what was going on. None of us knew what happened, you know. It just was a loud boom. You saw a crazy fire flame go up into the skies. So everybody was just kind of shocked, trying to figure out what happened. And then, people thought it was a tanker, could have like hit over, the gas line could have blew. They didn't know what was going on. So like everybody was trying to figure it out. But then you started seeing pieces of like an airplane or like a helicopter or something on the ground as like you're walking straight down the boulevard. So
now I know we also talked a little bit about the response efforts. How quickly did you see a response from police, fire, and blocking off the streets here?
Yeah, Philadelphia Police, the Philadelphia Fire Department did a heck of a job. They got there instantly. When I say instantly, I tilt my hat to them, seriously. I salute to them. They got there in a second. So, and by the time 3 fire trucks literally was flying down as the flames were still in the sky. So their response was quick.
And how are you feeling now that your adrenaline has it calmed down a little bit, or are you still pumped up?
I'm just upset, like this is tragic to happen in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Like it's just a plane just crashed.
I'm right here covering it live, man. It's just ridiculous.
I just turned on my TV and saw this. Like, that is just not a coincidence. Like,
I don't think it's a coincidence either. It's no way that yesterday a plane crashes in DC, where the Pentagon at, where everything, they have the best air traffic control. Even Spider-Man couldn't even swing his web across there and they won't catch that. Like, a fly, an ant, they wouldn't even catch anything that can be a little ant covered, and it could be a drone. Like anything in DC airwaves, they will catch on radar. There's no way. And then today, a Philly plane they said it was doctors up there. They said it was doctors. Yeah, they said it was like 2 doctors up there and some other people up there. What's the coincidence that yesterday it was some important people with the ice skating people, and today, right now, it's some doctors on the plane. They say it's a medical plane.
Oh, really?
Right.
See, I just literally turned to it like 2 minutes ago, so I'm behind. But the way that it fell, because I saw like a video, it just fell straight out of the sky, just straight nosedive. You know what I mean? Like that is just
right.
Wow.
Right. So what I'm trying to do now, after all of this, the news channels do their thing. I currently so on YouTube because I'm live streaming. So I've been going to Instagram, pulling up footage, that people got all over social media, and I'm trying to listen to like if an engine cut off, like, cause engines start failing. If they're in the air, they do what they gotta do. So does that plane have a black box up there too?
Yeah, all planes should, like planes, helicopters.
So from what I heard yesterday, with that they said the Black Hawk don't have a what you call that? A black box in it. So the military plane, they said that that's due to national security. So they have something called like SCMUs. So that's kind of like the military grade of like
the black box.
The black box in particular.
Like it's like their substitution of it.
Yeah, because it's it's guided by because of national security reasons. So I'm pretty sure we probably won't get that. But today, maybe this medical plane should have a black box.
If it doesn't, then that's suspicious. You know what I mean? Like
right.
If it doesn't have it, like these are just coincidences. Like this is, yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's something that's going on.
I mean,
and it's obvious.
It's obvious. Like I get called a conspiracy theorist all the time, but it's like I can't make this stuff up. Even if I wasn't a conspiracy theorist, right, or irrational person, right, we have to start thinking anything in today's society don't necessarily have to be a dumb question or a dumb thought like it used to be.
True.
And society has to change that. No answer is a dumb answer. Because there could be a solution in some way or form in somebody's world.
Yeah. I mean, my heart go out to just these people that they're saying they were on fire in the street from the explosion. I mean, can you imagine seeing that? Or you just going home after, a long day of work or a long work week, and who would have ever thought? I mean, something like this is just unimaginable. You know what I mean? It's
right.
I mean, life is so short. Like literally.
It is. Like airplanes are just falling out of the sky as a norm. Like what's some stuff back in the day that you would consider now is normal, but back in the day, like it was just crazy to say like this is going on?
So much stuff.
Let's talk about it. I think we need to talk about it.
Okay, for one, things that people probably never even realize, like kids disrespecting their parents, cursing out their parents. I mean, just small things like that. Like, I would have never imagined speaking to my mom and dad the way that I see this generation talking to them, or just the lack of the respect that they have, whether they smoking with their kids, or with their parents, or drinking. Like, that was just something that was unheard of. There was a sharp divide. You know what I mean? Like, now it's just kind of a norm. You know what I'm saying? Like, cuss out your parents, tell them what you is or not gonna do. That was small things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, unheard of. I mean, I think of something else that's just like, be honest, I mean, smoking weed, marijuana, that's a norm. I mean, it's legal now. You know what I mean? That was like not a normal thing. I mean, because, back then, you got to think about it. Back in the 80s, it was, say no to drugs.
Right.
Drugs, so now it's a norm. Like marijuana is like a cigarette. So it's kind of a normal thing. It's not anything you even bat an eye at. They have their restrictions, but
right, including vapes. Like vapes is just like, oh, like you got a vape, all right, like that's more susceptible now than a cigarette. They're like, oh, the cigarette is still like a crime. Like you got a vape, it's cool. Like you don't have nothing in the vape. You don't have nothing in the vape that could possibly like be like lithium and set something on fire if it go off. But the cigarette, oh no, like crazy work.
And right, then technically vape is worse because you got all these chemicals that you don't even know that. Like at least you know the long term effects of a cigarette. Like vape is like we're probably not going to know the repercussions of it till like 20 years from now because it's new. You know what I'm saying? But you're right, and it's kind of a culture thing. It's like it's so normalized and it's kind of like this part of our culture. Versus cigarettes is like that's nasty. That's nasty. That's old school. So,
right. It just the world is changing. So like the questions that we would ask, like, I come from a different time frame than you come from a different time frame. But it's like the questions that we would ask our parents now or whomever is not a crazy question anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I even think about a time where we couldn't even ask our parents about sex. That was a no-no.
Yeah.
That was like something that we had figured out on our own. And God forbid if you got a girl pregnant, then you get condemned. But it's like, well, how else
was you gonna do it?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like out of curiosity you find out, but it could have been avoided, but because my parents were old, they from a whole nother generation. They were born in the 30s and 40s where that was sacred. You don't talk about sex. And they instead of them saying, what are some things that I can improve, they continued that cycle. Versus with me and my wife, like I was like, no, we're gonna have an open discussion. I told my daughter about it in 7th grade because I'm like, if she's gonna hear it from anybody, it's gonna be me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I told her the game. I'm like, look, this is the game the guys run. I'm like, I'm telling you because I did. And I know what they have to, so
right.
I prepared her, you know what I'm saying? So she knew, hey, this is what, like their approach is. I'm like, nothing has changed. Like they may have different verbiage, but the approach is still the same. So, and I wish I had that in my day. I didn't have it.
Right.
I had my mom and my dad, but my dad never talked about sex at all. My mom didn't either. So I kind of wish I had that versus learning it the way that we learned, was just
right,
not the best approach. And, but yeah, so that's something now that's actually a positive. Now you can go and talk to your parents about sex. So that's a good thing. Versus, like I said, in our day, that was a no-no.
Yeah, that was like a heinous crime there.
Right.
Like a heinous crime.
Which is crazy because you would think that your parents would want to warn you about the things that sex involve, pregnancy or diseases and all those things, repercussions,
Yeah.
But especially in our culture, and then if you get somebody pregnant or whatever, then you get chastised.
Right.
It's almost like a no-win situation.
We can't win, and now we can't win at all. So I'm just sitting up here listening to the people what they saying on YouTube. I guess people just giving their commentary on
what he felt
in real time on the news.
Minor earthquake, saying that this explosion when that plane went down lit up the sky.
It's just ridiculous, man. It's crazy just looking at all the footage like on social media and everything like that. Like I said, I'm live streaming it now from on YouTube. So on my YouTube channel, I'm streaming Channel 6 News, and that's in Philadelphia, of how they're getting sent in different videos and stuff from people that was there, and people are coming live on air out there at the crime scene talking to the news people. So
when did this happen? Like an hour ago? Like an hour and a half?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe a little after 6 o'clock.
So do they know like what type of plane? Was it like it was a private plane, right? I mean private.
I'm assuming so. But look, right, yesterday too, everybody was so worried about the DC crack, the DC one. They didn't report the plane. It was an F-35 that hit like a base in Alaska. Did you hear about that one?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so yesterday 2 of them happened. So it was I think like a military plane hit like a base in Alaska and the DC one.
I didn't even hear about that. I mean, granted, I don't watch the news a lot, but like when I turn on the TV, like that's kind of the first thing that shows up is by default.
Yeah.
Or social media. But for whatever reason, I looked on my IG. None of this, as soon as I saw the news, I went to IG and I ain't see anything. Then I saw you was live, so I'm like, okay. I figured you was probably
yeah, talking about it.
You probably covered, because my IG didn't have anything, like no mention of it. So I'm like, that's kind of odd. But then again, it could be all in like
in the algorithm.
Yeah, because like most of my stuff is not really news related, so that plays a big part too. So
yeah, I follow all the blog sites and stuff, so I was just strolling through social media at the time and just was like looking. So I'm
looking at CNN now. I'm trying to think, do I know anybody? I know people from Philly that live here, but I don't know anybody that lives in. Cause it's North Philly, right?
I think so. I'm not really sure. Oh, yeah. But that's just crazy. Like they showing all these videos though, just the stuff going up in flames. Like it just. Let me see. Can I even flip? Yeah, I can flip my camera.
I see that one video of this like a rain can.
Oh yeah, the rain can one.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Like I'm gonna show you this one that I seen on Instagram. So go to this page right here called Gossip in the City, right?
Uh-huh.
And this dude seen it on fire, and he went like straight to like the crime scene. So let me go back to it so I can share this.
You got your laptop, right?
Yeah, so I'm live streaming. So I gotta buy so what I gotta do now is I gotta buy the streaming platform so I can stream on all 3 of them at the same time. Yeah. But yeah, so if you follow this page right here, it'll show you the one that's that happened live. Like somebody was in the parking lot, they drove to the crime scene and just seen debris everywhere.
My prayers definitely go out to Philly.
Hello, followers, how y'all doing? So it's just crazy. I don't know if my thing paused or not. Hold on, it keeps freezing. 1 second. Yeah, my phone is acting up. And it paused it for a second. I think because I'm trying to do like a couple of things at one time. Gotta check my calendars or something.
I gotta run in a second, but how long are you gonna be up here?
I'm probably gonna be in here for a minute. If not, I'll be on YouTube. Yeah, for the most part though. Yeah, just hit me back and then I can what I can do is just I can put the live stream on my iPad, then so I can use my phone. But
okay.
Yeah. But all right.
But yeah, I'm glad you covered this though.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let me know what you see.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining.
Sure, no problem. Anytime.
All right.
All right. Later.
Okay. Time. All right, y'all. Let's get back to it. Crazy work, y'all. Crazy what's going on. Live coverage.
So, that could be people that are coming to respond to that to begin the investigation. So, police still have a presence here, but obviously they want to put the majority of their resources to the catastrophe that they're seeing all around in the Northeast right now from the multiple things that are happening. Besides the plane crash, besides the debris that's on the ground, you have the fires, then you're going to have to cut off gas lines and power. So you're going to need police not just to assist, but also to assist with the crowds, to assist with people that may have to be evacuated. So at this point, that's why there is a limited police presence here, even though there is a presence. So again, we also know that there are detectives as well. But we know that that plane, according to the flight tracker apps, that plane not only left a little bit after 6, it crashed at 6:30, but it was headed for Springfield, Missouri. Now, on these flights, if this is a flight that was a medic flight and it had up to 6 people on it, then that could also mean that there are potential to be either a doctor, a medic, a nurse, somebody from the healthcare profession on that flight. If you have a patient on a flight like this, they need to be monitored throughout the entire flight. And it's tricky. You're dealing with they're in a different situation. They're out of a hospital. So depending on the extent of care that patient might need, they're going to need somebody with them, a medical professional, and potentially too, maybe a family member as well. So All
right, y'all, just found another video via Facebook. So we're gonna just double check my page here, the post of what we can see here. 1 second. Facebook
crash. Oh shit. Oh. What exploded? What exploded? I don't know what the fuck happened. There's 2 cars burning. Oh, a fucking plane just crashed on Cotman Avenue, yo. I was right there, bro. What the fuck? Oh shit! A plane just crashed. Oh shit! Oh.
Yo, what are we gonna do? Let's talk about it. I'm about to figure it out.
What exploded? What exploded? I don't know what the fuck happened. There's 2 cars burning. Oh, a fucking plane just crashed on Cotman Avenue, yo. I was right there, bro. What the fuck? Oh.
Crazy work, y'all.
We were right here and we heard a loud explosion and then saw the aftermath of flames and smoke. Common sense dictated that I not get close to it. and then very quickly just a cavalry of police and first responders. We heard that there was a medical transport. It was a couple doctors transporting a patient to Memphis or somewhere, something with an M, or I'm not exactly sure, but that there might have been 6 people on board. And then we think it may have broken apart above the mall, because there's plane parts in the mall parking lot, but then it hit at Cottman and around Leonard Street.
So you were over in this area, of course, a busy time of night. People are here getting dinner. That's